Hey guys, it's me, EODGamer here, and this is going to be an account review for one of the Deadeyes in our guild as well. If you are a Deadeye in the guild, we will do an account review for you. If you want to join us as a guild member, do consider subscribing as a T3 member. It will help us expand the slots, get more tabs and stuff like that. But anyway, this video is going to be dedicated for him. For any of you Deadeyes out there, it might be helpful for you as you progress towards endgame. Now, what is his main concern, and I think is a lot of concern that a lot of earlier to mid-game to players might face, is survivability. If you are watching like YouTubers telling you about like their builds and stuff, this is pretty much like the main meta going on right now in terms of Deadeye. The lightning arrow and lightning rod. It used to be gas arrow and then it got nerfed, and then now people are moving towards lightning arrow, lightning rod. So the main mobbing skill that people are using is lightning arrow. And when you are fighting bosses, you will slap down your lightning rod into an orb of storms to help you do a lot of damage. Overall, DPS wise, it seems like he knows what is going on. He doesn't have too much issues with this as well. Very high INT that I can see over here. And he's running a Spirit Deadeye build, which is a bit more expensive to run in terms of gearing, but it's not impossible. Main issues that he has is survivability. So I want to take a look at what you're looking like in terms of stats over here. 1.5k HP, 46 energy shield, good amounts of evasion at 86 already. I'm guessing acrobatics is not turned on, but very abysmal resistances. I think this is the main reason why you're dying so much, with 13%, minus 18% cold, 75% lightning, and no chaos resistance at all. This is very, very bad. Like, this can easily be solved by just getting a couple of rings with resistances, your gear with some resistances here and there. It is, of course, a lot more expensive when you're running a spirit build, I understand, but getting the first few is probably not too difficult, as long as you're not min-maxing and looking for a +3 projectile bonus with spirit, with resistances and stuff. It should be actually quite affordable to get at least resistances checked. So this, very important. Life 1.5k, I don't have too much of an issue with it. Some people would say aim for like 2000 with some good amounts of energy shield. But for level 75, I also had around similar levels of life. I wasn't finding it too difficult because of the high resistances that I had as well. So this one later on, once you capped it off, because it's quite expensive to find resistance, spirit, and life gear to get all your gear up all at once, especially with a hybrid of Dex and INT build, while you also want evasion. So I think that's your main focus. Get your resistances up. And what do I mean by that? You want to look at like some gear. Let me just share with you like some of the gear that I'm using. I'm not playing a Spirit Deadeye, but you can easily fix this just by searching. Don't get like the highest boot movement speed. If you search for like 35% movement speed, you'll get tremendously expensive. So you can find something quite cheap, like 25% movement speed with some life, some fire, some cold, some lightning over here. This can probably get quite affordable. And let's go into like the trade menu so I can help you search as well. And we'll do this, of course, for every single account review that I have. I'm mainly specialized in Deadeyes because that's what I play. I play a variety and I play a bit of a hybrid of the current meta that's going on. So have a bit to share. So let's just say you wanted all three and you're looking for movement speed. This is going to be, of course, really, really expensive. So what I'll be searching for is something like, let's just put at 20 because Deadeyes generally have quite a lot of movement speed. So let's just search something like this. And you can see like some people are selling for like 1 exalted. Okay, but this seems to be like a hybrid of, let's just put it here. He has like 100, I think. Strength, I think his strength is like 30. Intelligence is like 100 or something. Requirements maximum, goodness. And yeah, let's just search from here. So we have some INT stuff here. Since he is like a bit of both, he can actually run some energy shield boots over here because you have very, very high base INT. So it's actually quite affordable to get some resistances going already. It might not be a lot, but you can slowly see like what your budget allows. And as you can see, at lower movement speed, it's really, really super cheap. So let's say I wanted like a 20 throughout with maybe max life if you have a bit more budget. And life, I want at least like 50 HP. So it is actually quite okay, especially since this time you get a hybrid of like energy shield. Some of them, you have a lot more gear to choose from because you can play both into Dex and INT given your high stats as well. So you actually have quite a lot of options. Of course, like some of them start going up to 1 divine, then I'll just like filter for exalted, especially since it might be a bit more expensive. You can get stuff for like 10 exalted, 15 exalted, and stuff like that, which probably the guild stash will already have. You can just pick it up from the guild stash, the resources, and then just go ahead and like purchase some of this for yourself. So very, very quickly, you'll fix your problems that you have. You get more life. You even might get energy shield if you have it. Sacrifice a bit of evasion for a bit more effective max HP increase with your energy shield. I think that's quite solid. And that is like probably some things that how I would search and quickly fix your gearing issues. But now let's go back into the Discord here and check out his gear. Since we talked about the boots, let's first look at a boot. Let me just find the boots here. It's a bit small. Stunt vest, ring. Okay. So over here, the boots, what is he rocking? He's rocking 20% move speed with some evasion, good amounts of evasion here, fire resist, lightning resist, a bit of extra life. This is already like quite a decent boots, but your resistances here are like pretty low. You can easily find something with like higher movement speed, like even if you don't want to, get triple rest, and as you can see, it was like super cheap. Even if you don't want like this evasion, you can go for like a hybrid of evasion and energy shield, so you can bump up your effective max HP. But over here, you are practically losing like an entire line, and these are low rolls. So this probably is like, I would be surprised if you can even sell it for like 6 exalted in the market, but you can easily upgrade. So I'll fix this real quick, very quickly. It's going to be quite manageable to fix as well. And I wouldn't like slap in a life increase. I probably will slap in resistances in the socket slot rather than slapping in life. Unfortunateye, this didn't corrupt with an additional like enhancement, but that should be fine. So that is for the boots. Let's look at other gearing that he has. Body is quite important for Deadeye because there is a perk in the tree. Let me just show you the tree real quick that increases your evasion quite a lot. So this is like probably the first thing that you want to focus on. Body is like the most important, somewhere around here. So this one, Bestial Skin, increases evasion from equipped body. This is like super important. But at the same time, if you're running like a hybrid build with a bit of energy shield, this one is also super solid. So because of Spectral Ward and the Bestial thing, evasion on the armor is very important, which is why I feel like running pure evasion works a lot better for me. But yeah, we can let's continue like taking a look at his gear. So evasion here, 1.5k is quite decent. It has spirit, it has lightning resistances. I don't really have too much to comment here. I know it's very expensive to find spirit gear with so high evasion, especially since he uses a lot of spirit as well. And having like a bit of lightning resistances, this probably already cost him quite a little bit. To upgrade from this is going to be like very expensive, like couple of divines. I remember I just sold one with spirit, like double resistances, I think. Double resistances, spirit, max life, or something like that, for like 7 divine recently. That was a pretty good one. But this is already really decent enough. I don't think you need to pressurize yourself to like move beyond this anytime soon. So I have no issues with the body, good amounts of evasion. Let's see what else he has over here. We have, let's take a look. Okay, rings and amulets should be quite good to fix. He has Topaz Ring, lightning skills. I personally don't use the uniques because I really want to check out my stats a little bit more. But this one probably does a lot for your damage as well. No wonder you have like max lightning resistances. So it increases your lightning skills damage, increase chance to shock, lightning resistance, no issues here. Expensive gears. Topaz Ring here for a lot of lightning damage, 122 evasion rating with rarity. Yeah, the problem with this one is there is no other resistances at all. Unless for some reason you're like converting some of your damage into lightning resistance, lightning damage, or damage taken. I would probably just like switch this to a ring that allows you to actually have more stuff that you can have like multiple resistances and whatnot. And then because you're like missing 3 entire lines in the suffix over here, whereas your rarity is in like prefix, is it? Yeah, does seem like it. So this ring can definitely be improved a little bit more. I think you can just like switch it out to some chaos resistance, some fire resistance, a couple of lines of resistances, and you're more or less good. It's better to have like a bit of everything, 50 than like 75 in one. So that is what I'm feeling right now. For his amulet, Jade Amulet over here, yeah, I thought so. He's probably running spirit because he wants a lot of spirit to run his build. This is definitely, I don't know how good this will be for you right now. You can probably easily find a better one, even with like +1 projectile skills, +1 projectile skills, a couple of resistances, spirit will probably be going for super cheap. In fact, I already probably like have one that I gave to him already before this video. I just like gave him one of the things that I was trying to sell. But for those of you who are watching this video and are not part of our guild, you can easily go onto the website. If you're running, of course, like a spirit build, it's going to be quite affordable as well. So go into here, look for a spirit, amulet, and just like find triple. Because now the meta is people are going for projectile skills increase. So you just don't go for projectile skills, it'll be relatively more affordable. So run triple rest here, and we'll search for amulets. And let's just see. So it's relative now. Yeah, you can get it out for like super cheap, right? 49 is already an upgrade to what he's using. 5 exalted. Some of them are searching. Okay, let me just remove the divines real quick. So we go into exalted. 5 exalted, 8 exalted. And you can see here, yeah, it's really, really affordable. Triple resistance with spirit. It doesn't even have life. Some have even life, like this one over here. So you get quite a good amount of stats already. You sacrifice rarity meta, but if you're dying all the time, you're not even making use of your run in the first place. You'll lose more resources dying and try and like play. You can upgrade next time once you reach the end game. You farm more efficiently, then you slowly upgrade your gear. But this is a super cheap fix. Like 10 exalted I'm seeing, you can get really a huge upgrade already for those of you who are like watching this video and looking at your gear as well. But of course, for guild members, I just like pass him one of my stuff that is really good, basically for more or less for free as guild members. But let's go back into his screen real quick. What else is he rocking? So this one here, definitely upgrade for sure. The gloves, right? We haven't talked about the glove. So this is where he's starting to run like a hybrid. Again, there's no resistances at all. My guy is just running a pure offensive build with no resistances in the glove. I think this is a quick fix. You just slap on like 3 lines of resistances. You can get it for like 5, 6 as well, probably. And it's very easy to get all these stats. So I think once you get that, it's quite good. Remove a couple of these like damage lines, swap them out for max life if you can. And if you can get like more energy shield and whatever not. In the suffix, try to get a bit more resistances. It's probably going to be very, very affordable as well, because it's an armor glove. Belt, let's see the belt. What is your belt? 30 strength, fire resistance, lightning resistance with infused coal from the corruption. This is not too bad. Your belt is actually pretty solid. Gives you good amounts of 1 to 2 max life as well. This is also quite solid. For early game, the charm slot doesn't matter too much. Later in the game, I actually do find that a triple charm slot is really, really very helpful. So let me just show you my gear real quick. So if I am using a triple belt slot over here, I find it very good because I have prevents me from getting stunned, prevents me from getting frozen, and I have a bit of extra rarity. But for the start, I think the thing that kills rangers the most is either freeze or stun, dead eyes. Because if you get like stunned, you basically have no way of like escaping. Your evasion is like you're gonna feel super vulnerable. So for belts, I do like a bit more charm slot, at least one, so that I can protect myself from freeze and stun. If I were you, probably I might just switch over to one of the charms that allows you to prevent from stun. But that's just like a small fix. It will help you with your survivability a little bit. You can choose freeze or stun. This gives you a bit of cold rest, which might be good for like the first boss. But later on, I don't think it's like super useful anymore. It's nice that you get like 30 massive strength on this. So your belt is actually quite solid already. So no issues here so far. Now let's go into more offensive stuff. Okay, no, we have the cap left. So the cap here, this is great. Like it gives you a lot of rarity, gives you like 30 intelligence, a lot of life regen. This is probably the bulk of your stats. So I wouldn't say like you have to change this real quick, because this probably feeds you a lot of your intelligence, because you have like 100 plus. This gives you like 30% of your entire INT. It gives you like 908 evasion as well. So this is like really, really solid. Unfortunately, you have to find your stats, your resistances from another place. And the reason why your resistances are so low, I guess, is because a lot of your gear just don't have rest, and you're running a unique ring, which usually is where people find the resistances. So you can switch it out if you wanted to sacrifice a bit of damage in your unique ring. So instead, just put on some resistances first. Until you get better gear, you find better gear, then you swap it in as and when you need. I think that the rings, amulets are one of the most easiest accessible ways to find resistances, unless you're like super endgame and you can afford a lot of stuff. On a budget, rings are quite cheap to get the rest because of the main stat that you can find. Last two, I think, for gear, quiver. We have prime quiver here, attack speed increase, this is nice. Additional chain, this is a super solid one, this corruption. Additional lightning damage, bow damage, projectile speed, crit. Yeah, this is really, really solid. I don't have any issues with this at all. Only thing is like maybe you can find like projectile skills increase or something like that. That would be like really nice. Even I don't think the one that I'm running is also as nice. I'm currently running like a Prime Quiver as well with only 8% main stat. Didn't get corrupted of anything. But it gives me +2 projectile skills, a lot of projectile speed, some physical, some cold, and the rest are like so-so. So I would definitely look to upgrade my Quiver in the near term. But yeah, that looks fine. The one that I think is the area that you can upgrade for your offensiveness probably is the bow. Your bow has, yeah, it's 73 to 137. So straight away it's like adds cold damage. The meta right now, the bows that are really expensive are physical damage percentage with physical damage, and then physical damage percentage and accuracy. Those give you very, very massive amounts of physical damage lines. And then if you search, right, I'll just show you the bow that I'm using, for example. Something like this, where you have physical damage in the first line, and physical damage in the second line together with accuracy, and then the last one is like physical damage, T7, T8, T5. These ones go for a good amount of money, and they do a lot of damage. So I'm running like a single one, just a single, not a dual string bow. I find it like much more cost effective, and it gives me a lot of damage. I basically one-shot anything with lightning arrow in tier 16 maps also, as long as they don't have like max HP increase and stuff like that. But yeah, so this bow, I think that it can upgrade. I guess you're using it because of the additional arrow, but I don't feel these additional arrows are super, super important. Maybe for your specific build you feel it is, but I do think that if you can just get your Ascension 4, you'll probably be able to use it as well. If you get the Ascension 4 for more arrows. I think the main issue is if you can one-bang monsters, you won't really care too much about the multiple arrows. So for example, let me just see whether I can find a maps real quick. So that is his build so far. Let me just go into this augury, which I had open anyway. Let me just, so I can show you. So I run a hybrid of like auto attacking and lightning arrow build. Do I have any monsters here? I have 26 mobs. Please, some of you, please be alive. I do want to demonstrate here. This was just one of the easier maps that I'm clearing just to progress. Sheesh, where are the monsters when you need them? So, okay, finding. And of course, if you guys are finding value in this video so far, like, comment, subscribe for more such future content. And okay, so basically when I see mobs, it's just one spray for lightning arrow, and it's just a one shot. But then when I'm fighting bosses, I just like to basic attack from range, kite them, and then I'll just like shoot. So if you have good damage, I don't even need like the additional arrow and whatever not. It's just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, potion up, basic attack when I need to, 1, 2, 3, the arrows. And then I practically like clear everything with one burst. And this is like level 79. It's a relatively easy map. But that's basically how I just go around clearing monsters. With good amounts of damage, I don't really care about the additional arrow that it provides, because I'm using Splinter Shot anyway for my stuff. Let me just open up here. So for my lightning arrow, which is my main mobbing skill, my main damaging skill is my basic attack actually. It's just very cheap to run a basic attack because it gives you like free perfect jeweler at level 90, right? So I'm running Splinter Shot, which lowers the damage, but because I have a lot of damage already, it gives me a lot of DPS on my lightning arrow. And I just one press, every monster just dies with elemental damage here, more physical damage, a little bit more lightning damage. But the Splinter Shot is the one that saves a lot of resources, because mana is a problem with lightning arrow. And if I just one tap, and I kill some monsters, I get a lot of it back because I gain mana when I kill enemies as well. So that's how I get some refund back in my gear. So I just build around whatever gear I have. And if I don't have Splinter Shot, like if I take the Scatter Shot away, I need to use a lot more energy to clear the same amount of field, even though my damage goes up by a lot. This is actually like much better for me to use like Scatter Shot. This way you can get cheap bows or cheaper for the cost, because you don't have to have that bow additional attack line. You don't have to use a dual string bow, which naturally gives you like a much higher base physical attack already. And then you use like Scatter Shot for the normal. And when I'm fighting bosses, I just basic attack. Some people like to use Orb of Storms. If you're going into Orb of Storms, it might help you do a lot more damage. But basically, I'm just like running auto attack. That's why I use Escape Shot to help me position myself. That's how I play, because I want to like easily switch between Gas Arrow, flame wall kind of build. I want to go like cold if I wanted to, lightning since it's meta. So I switch around my builds quite a lot like this. Other than that, maybe I can just share with you my skill tree real quick. For me, I went down the more typical route in the very beginning. I show you like my progress throughout the game. So I went down just here, take some of the movement speed items, deals increased accuracy at close range, just mainly for the projectile damage. Get the evasion nodes here, critical ones. I got the physical, some damage over here, got some movement speed, skill speed, accuracy, attack speed. Basically, I just ignored the crit damage at the corners of this one, accuracy rating. I just got the center stuff. I skipped out this entire section here because I generally play like a hybrid of basic attacking, so attack speed build, and also like lightning arrow to clear mobs and stuff like that. So going for evasion. Once I have enough, I'll unlock acrobatics, but I still feel like I don't want to go there yet. I'm quite comfortable with my 90% evasion. Attack speed for dex, then I go up here for some additional. So this one helps me out a lot, damage versus full life, because later on in the game, if I want to one spray monsters in the breaches and stuff like that, this increases a lot of damage, like 80% increased damage against full life. So I one tap a lot of the squishies without much problem. And even if I don't one tap them, the initial instance does so much damage that it's basically like a 2-tap and they are probably dead already. And yeah, I just take a lot of these additional damage nodes, some here, physical damage. So because I'm playing a very hybrid build of attack speed as well as lightning arrow, so I don't really need to go into all those increased chance to shock and stuff. So it's a slightly different build. Works fine for me, especially if lightning arrow, lightning rod gets too popular. If they nerf it, I'm quite fine with this one because I can easily rotate to like gas arrow or coal if I wanted to. So I get some of this attack speed, attack damage, just general stable builds, increase physical damage here, and yeah, basically evasion for this shield. I basically got this for this, so I can get the 200 plus additional shield, which helps me quite a lot with Ghost Shot as well to help me top it up and get more survivability. I'm running jewels. I think I'm running 3. I'm running this one over here, attack speed, attack damage in bowls. Got this very early on when I was teaching you guys like how to roll jewels, how to invest in jewels and like make money from jewels. So I also got this really early on, projectile speed, attack speed, damage bowls, attack speed with bowls. It's just like super universal because it doesn't play in like shock, gas arrow and whatnot. Everything works quite well. I'm using this one, which I think is my 3rd and final jewel. Crit damage, attack speed, penetrate lightning resistances, which is quite nice. It's just very generalistic, can be used for any type. So super versatile, I can switch anytime I want if I wanted to. And yeah, oh, there's one more here. There's one more. I have one more, which gives me lightning damage, attack speed, attack damage. And that's pretty much my recommendation for you. I hope you found this video helpful, my guy, and thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you for supporting the channel as well as a tier 3 member. Hope you found this account review helpful. If you want to join the guild, feel free to join by just helping us subscribe as a tier 3 member. It will go into upgrading the guild stash. It will go into upgrading the number of slots that we have in our guild, so everything goes back to you guys. And thank you so much for watching. Bye bye now.